Hey everyone, it's Chef. Welcome back to Reus2. In the last game, we played through our first planet over here, Gazelle New, and now that we've put the tutorial behind us, I think it's time to start playing the real game, as it were. So we'll do a game as the inventor, we'll do a game as the goddess, and then we'll just set ourselves on true random here, but let's get through each of the three tutorial spirits first. Then as far as giants go, since we played forest last time, we'll go ahead and use swamp giant this time. We're going to be turning off tutorial quests, and I'm going to be running on challenge mode. So challenge is neat, and this is where some of the strategy of Reus2 that I really like starts to come in. You have this thing called a draft mode. In the tutorial, we were playing on full draft, which is where you can pick every single biotica that you get. And that's all well and good, but Horizon Draft and Max Horizon are going to start you with an unlocked set of biotica. And so you can structure your round and your planet around what you can expect to unlock as you get up into the higher tiers. I think that's neat. It adds a little bit of structure into the game, and so that's what I'm going to be playing with going forwards. We don't have further eras unlocked yet. We are fine on Giant, probably. We might skip up to like Titanic and True Titanic in a bit, but for now, I think we can just be like normal people playing a normal game. So, let's get to it, and let's see what we start with for our Apex Biotica. Gila Monster and Marlin. So we're going to be incentivized towards desert. We're going to be incentivized towards ocean. We want few animals. Gila Monster really wants to be the only animal in its biome. And a Marlin wants a really, really big ocean. 8 patches, ideally. Alright, well, we can do that. Sure. So if we know we're going to need a giant ocean, why don't you give me the giant ocean first? And a patch, this is a patch. So if we need an 8-patch ocean, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me one of those. Our starting spirit is the inventor. The inventor is going to want to do science. I don't think a Gila Monster gives us science. I'm pretty sure it's a gold animal. Well, sort of. It's like gold and science. Okay. Then maybe we do start with a desert. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll bring our settlers over, and we'll have them set up shop right here on the coast. There should be plenty of technology that we can get in the ocean. There should be plenty of technology that we can get in the desert. Inventor should be having just a lovely time over here. And then on the other side of this ocean, I would love to get like a rainforest, and I would love to have my second village be like the Botanist or something like that. Botanist would go crazy in a rainforest all to himself. So, we will get our first city set up over here in the desert of Prickle Dune, next to the New Channel Ocean. And then, really, we know this is going to be rainforest. It's the only other biome we have available. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't you get started on that? Save ourselves a bit of time for later. I don't really have any principal reason for why we're doing 4 patches. I just figure it gives us a bunch of room to expand if we want to. And then we still have the whole back half of the planet here that we could fill in with, don't have secondary biomes unlocked yet. Alright, well, we might just do like a second ocean over there. We can do a second rainforest. We've got options that we could explore. You guys are almost done with your long journey across the ocean. There you go. Prickle Dune Cove. So you would like to have 3 technology. We have a science booster. Technology is going to be contained in any of these, really. Bedrock isn't great. Base is pretty low. Sea Anemone is quite a bit better, though. So we can go Sea Anemone. We're going to want that to be next to a clownfish. Yeah, none of you guys are going to do a lot with that. And then do any rocks care about being next to an anemone? Yeah, bedrock cares. So we can put a clownfish here, and then we could put a bedrock here. But I don't think that's strictly necessary just yet. So we'll get you going. Here's a bunch of our initial science. We may actually need to put a bedrock down to get you to 3. We are going to need to put a bedrock down to get you to 3. Alright, fair enough. Have one of those. So that'll be our 3 science for Prickledine. That will give us our next city. Our next city is going to come right over here, and our options are Huntress and Merchant. So, the ocean setup that we have right now with the Marlin is going to be real good for food. I believe the Marlin will give us quite a bit. Yeah, a bunch, in fact. So I would really like to take Huntress for this. Stick you over here, and then we will keep an eye out for rainforest animals so that we can start meeting these requirements. In the meantime, Prickledune Cove wants to set up their first project. Science for each science in the mineral with highest science. It's still really early on, and we could grab ourselves a good science metal if we wanted to. So redstone will give us 15 and 10. And Argite will give us 25. That's not great. And I think I'd be willing to draft once to see if I can get a better rock for the desert. Can you show me like a really good science rock? Yes, you can. I would love to take a limestone and then not put any rocks near it. Go ahead and give me this. That will allow us to take Toolsmith. So go ahead and give me this. And then limestone doesn't want to be next to other adjacent minerals. So if we put it in this corner, it can't really be adjacent to anything because there's only 2 slots that it's next to. Let's come over here and give you... There will be a mineral bioticum in this biome eventually, and you want to be adjacent to a mineral bioticum, and you give science. So, Field Eringo seems great to go right about here. That's going to give us +1 biodiversity, and then we can put sagebrush here next time Prickledune expands to get us to 3, and that would be enough to put limestone down. So go ahead and give me one of those over there. Head over to Port Lush Grove and see how you're doing. Give a mineral booster out here. We would like that to be gold, I imagine. So why don't you give me a gold here? You want Predator Bioticum. You want Critter Biotica. Do I have 3 Critter Biotica? You're a critter, you're a critter, you're a critter. I do. Interesting. So I could put sea bass down here. I want to do herring and suckerfish. And I would get 1 predator out of that for an extra 10 gold. But I could add more. Like, I'm pretty sure a marlin's also going to be a predator. And then kelp will give us extra food. I think this is going to work out just fantastically. So you don't care what you're adjacent to. That means I can shove you in the corner. You... I don't have the biodiversity yet, so you're just gonna wait. You... I think I would then want to have kelp, because it's going to be adjacent to a fish. And then I would want to have herring, just as an extra fish. That should put you at 2 animals within borders, and it should put you at 3 population. You will expand the city, so that we have this extra tile to play with. We can put even more rainforest animals then, so that's great news. And then this should put you to 3 populations, so you can sit there and thrive. And I have to find a way to get you some extra biodiversity. And it's gonna have to be through expanding you. Which is gonna be a little bit of a challenge, unfortunately. Because I haven't given myself a ton of tiles out here to play with. Well, the other thing we could do is we could just set up our third city at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could squeeze them in a little closer, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then here. Wrong. Give me like that. And then we would just extend the desert out a little further. So we'll just have this one big ocean here. So you... Oh, Botanist is exactly what I like. You will come here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. You set up here. And you... over here. Add a little extra desert. Then we gotta figure out how to get this inventor to expand. I still haven't unlocked tile expansion in the shop, which is very unlucky. But here's the Washmoro. He wants to have 2 plants within borders. He wants to have pop and technology. We have a plant booster here. Neither of these are great. Give me a rainforest draft. Gumbo Limbo should be pretty good. It gives us an extra animal. It also gives us a science rock, which the botanist will like. Banana's fine, but this rainforest is going to be shared with the Huntress, so I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to be able to commit to adjacent plants. Surplus biodiversity, on the other hand, will be quite a bit easier. Actually, let me make sure that I have decent food production in rainforests right now. That's okay. That's okay. I actually think I might need more food. So maybe Jungle Heart would be better? Or maybe Banana would be better? Because then Taro Root is also going to give us extra. Jungle Fowl also gives us extra, and it's an animal. Yeah, I've talked myself into Banana, I suppose. Right. So, we would very much like the banana to go here. It can be adjacent to 3 extra plants, and we have 3 extra plants right here. Raymond tree doesn't really care what it's adjacent to, nor does a papaya tree. So go ahead and stick you here. You can come here. And then you, with our spare biodiversity, can come here, which should be the food required to push Botanist to his next level of settlement. Which will expand him into the desert. And you still don't do anything. I'm not going to tell you that you're a disappointment, because I think that's rude. But I do wish that you did more. Maybe I could put down a temporary redstone, because it is going to be adjacent to a plant. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I put stuff here, it should add to the biodiversity of this whole biome. So what if I give you, like, 1 extra plant that gives extra biodiversity? Yup. Go for it. that should put you to 3. Good. We can buy 1 Eon extension, which we can then use to put down a limestone here, which should give us like 80 science, which should make the inventor really, really happy. Just how much are you getting out of that? Yeah, an extra 100 or so. Alright. Why are you mad? Oh, I did it for you. Calm down about it. And then he's also upset. The inventor and the hunters do not like each other. Alright, well, you know what? Fair enough. You guys battle it out, see how it goes. Hunters, what would you like? 4 fish biotica within biome? That will absolutely be happening. But how concerned am I about your gold? Marlin gives both. I'm really not. I think I can just pick the one that gives us the most overall, which is fishing hut. So go ahead and pick a fishing hut. Once you expand into this hex, we should be able to give you the last 2 fish that you need. And then Lush Burrow is not ready for a project yet. So, I think we're good to move on to the next era. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, I can't unpause. I shoulda waited until you were done consuming everything, I think. Oh well. So, you can do an Iron Age. The inventor builds the Great Forge, which multiplies science of all minerals within borders. Didn't I give you... I did. So he's got the big limestone. He would really like a Great Forge. Because if we're multiplying the science of something that's already a lot of science, I think he would be having a great time. Age of Philosophy. The philosopher gives science for unique biotica within borders. It's the inventor doing that. Trains a philosopher profession. Okay, sure. I get it, but I'm still attracted to Iron Age. And Neolithic is just that we get extra farms. Can't do Monument Age because our cities aren't rich enough. I'm willing to do Iron Age here just because I think that our mineral science is going to pop off for the inventor. And none of these really look like they're going to contribute much to the Apex Bioticum that we have already. Farming Revolution is only for plants. Our Apex Biotica right now are both locked up in animals. Unique Biotica within borders could, like, maybe be good, but I don't know. I'm going with this. We're going to give the inventor a nice little iron forge here. And the iron forge is going to get really excited. Yeah, 126 extra science for each science in realms within borders because the limestone deposit is just sitting over here loving life. So that's a neat little synergy that we have set up. Hunter's Village, how are you doing? You have expanded deeper into the rainforest. You would like to have 8 population and a couple more animals. I can absolutely take care of that for you. Why don't you take a jungle fowl on this food booster? And then we'll work on giving you some surplus biodiversity. Go ahead and plunk that down. That's going to be your 3rd animal. And then as we expand out some other stuff around them, +5 science for each iron in this biome. That's okay. Adjacent to a bioticum with base science, that's okay. +10 if adjacent to an animal bioticum, that's exactly what we're looking for. So why don't you give me one of these here? And then you can give me one of these here, so that it's adjacent to that mineral. And that should be another +2 biodiversity, which should put us at 4, which will turn on the first rank of our jungle fowl. And that should be more than enough to put the Hunter's Village up to 8. So we'll let this shake out. We also need to add one more mineral to the planet. We're doing that now, so that's going to bump us up to Iron Age 2. We need to get to 80 prosperity. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Looks like the inventor is not having a great time with this attack, but that's okay. I think everybody should just be getting along here anyway. I've built a nice place for you. You don't need to go burning it down just because you're mad that you're not getting the stuff that you want. So limestone doesn't want to be next to adjacent mineral, but that's fine because we have a plant booster over here. Science, plus more science if adjacent to something with base gold. We don't currently have something with base gold there, but we can add something later. But that will be your 6th unique bioticum. So that'll check that off, and then you'd also like to have 20 technology, which we're working on that. We'll get there on that one. And then botanist, how are you doing? What's the project you would like to work on? You are good on food. You're really good on food. So I think a woodcutter would be very nice, because we've done it already. There's no extra work we need to do on that one. So just take this, it's a free 100 science. That hopefully will push you to 12 combined pop and tech. You're 8 right now? Your tech is really low. It should. Yeah, that's 12, so you're done. Purple Dune needs 2 more tech. But we could start stacking up a bit of iron over here, because we're out of range of the limestone. So give me an iron over here. I think that'll also benefit Great Forge in some capacity, maybe. Extra science for each science and minerals within borders? Yeah, that's going to help the iron out pretty substantially. And then you also have this thing. Temple of Reginald. Wonder, science, if there's 3, 5, or 8 plants within borders. We want to add a couple more plants here as well, I guess. Kind of working on that. Is that going to be enough to push you to 20? It's enough to push you to 19. Could I convince you to get to 20 with perhaps an undersea rock? No, I think this is a good time to draft ocean, though. I would like some nicer stuff to put in the ocean. Specifically, I'd like a bangin' science rock. Like a coral rock is pretty good. I already have the clownfish sea anemone set up for it, so this is looking really attractive. The only thing that sucks about it is it's not extra fish for the huntress. Anchovy I don't really want. Tuna would be really nice. But I have to be careful about how many apex biotic I'm cramming into this ocean. Pearls would also be really nice. It's 80 money if it's adjacent to the coast, but I think being able to put down a coral rock with the synergies that I've got going on with my inventor friend, I think that just seems like a good approach right now. That should push you to 20 technology. And then that will be your level 3 city request taken care of. It also helped Huntress Village out somehow? How did you get helped by that? How did you get helped by that? Do you have an invention over here that works? Huh. I don't know how that pushed you to higher food, but I guess I'll take it. So now Huntress Town wants to go to level 3 as well. You want 20 pop and 10 well. I have bad news for you, Huntress Town. That's going to be really hard to do unless you give me this tile, because I don't think you're getting there without a marlin. The best I can do for you is give you a pit viper, which would be adjacent to this critter, and that would give you extra gold, and it would give you an extra animal. But I don't know if that's going to be sufficient, and I also don't know what the skull and crossbones means, so it's probably a good time to find out. When threat is within city borders, humans respond to it by increasing their power. Can I see power? I can see power. Okay. Sure. Sure. I guess that just makes it easier for you to survive assaults from my friend, the inventor over here. Sure, we'll go with it. So second era starts in 15, and I still have a bunch of extra stuff that I could do. We definitely want to add more iron to this biome, but it gets mad if it's adjacent to iron. So I want to change the way these are set up, and I think I have just enough Eon to do it. I want to have the sagebrush go here. I want iron here, and I want iron here. And that should max out our iron for the inventor. You're gonna come here. It's gonna put you to 5. This is going to put you to 4. You actually could place one more thing if you wanted to. You're interested in expanding. Hey, maybe I could put down a marlin just out of reach. I don't remember how much it costs to do it outside borders. Oh, I also need to upgrade slots. Am I even allowed to do that yet? I have to be in the second era to upgrade slots. I can't give you your marlin anyway. I think you're just going to have to suck it up. So this is also going to become iron. That's going to make this iron pop off. It's a solid 30 iron from that. That's going to push your science even higher. And then with 4 extra, what is it that you like? What are your projects that you have? Woodcutter, but you're done. So really we just need to give you like one more thing. What's one more thing that you would like to have? Food? Money, maybe. You have almost no money. We have no desert plants that generate money. We don't have adjacent gem bioticum. I don't think... Yeah, iron's not a gem. 20 science if adjacent to at least 2 mineral biotica? Oh no, that's true. That's pretty true. Have some extra science. And then we also have 3 stars on Iron Age. We've finished everything for that, so we've maxed out our era. I think that we are ready to move on at this point, after you're done eating this science, because I want you to get to 11 science before we move on. That is looking quite nice. And then we still have 3 drafts in our pocket as well. We have achieved excellence through the sweat of honest work and hot furnaces. I'll be taking my 3-star Iron Age. And then I think we have one more age that we can play through at this level. Yes. So we can do castles and knights. Each leader builds a unique castle, depending on what their priority is. Botanist is going to want to do food. Inventor wants to do tech. Huntress wants to do gold. We have plague. The inventor has 20 science. We have 20 people on the planet, so we can do that. Gives us science for each unique toxic bioticum on the planet. I don't think we have a ton of toxic bioticum. And those are our only 2 options. We don't have a city with 6 gold and 6 people. I really don't think we have much toxic stuff going on, so I'm just going to go with castles and knights. And then everybody is going to want to build their own little unique castle. So let's see what they're working on. Botanist wants 4 herbivore biotica. Inventor wants construction bioticum. Huntress wants gem bioticum. These should be fairly easy to get. Let's look at Botanist first. What would you like to work on? 6 tree biotica, but you want herbivores. Is the thing. None of these contribute to herbivores, which sucks a lot. 6 out of 8 distinct plants. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 distinct plants currently. We do not have space for more in the rainforest. We do have a mineral booster out here. Does that influence my decision here at all? And we can't do coral fiber.
Oh, yeah.
Tree biotica is a little sketchy, but man, 200 science though. We could draft for another tree rainforest biotica maybe. Oh, I have to draft forest first. Ugh. Hold on. Oh, but I don't want to break this biome up either. We could make a forest biome somewhere, but I don't want to split these biomes right now. So I think we're going to take the forest draft, and we're just going to see if there's any useful tree that we can also put in the rainforest. Because bamboo a tree? No, it's construction. But I think didn't someone's castle care about construction? Maybe? I also kind of want to take antimony. Like, look at the science output from this thing. And then apple and pear tree are trees, but I don't want to split that rainforest in half because I need it to farm biodiversity. This is well, no, it's a forest herbivore. Yeah, you know what? None of these choices really matter because we don't have a forest on this map. And then we want to... No, I don't want to burn the draft. I want a rainforest draft. Oh, the next draft of this level needs to be burned. Okay, fine. I'll burn it. What? I have to burn 2? My god. I need to burn 3! Okay, we need draft charges in a big way. It also means we're just kind of screwed. A mill may be our best option here just because it's so easy. I don't know where I'm going to get one more tree. Do I have a desert tree? Oh my god, I have a desert tree. And I can put it down. But it isn't adjacent to anything with base gold. Whoa, I'm gonna... I have to. I have to give you this. Wait, did that shut my limestone off? No, it's chilling. It's good. So now, I can at least take wood workshop for 200 science. I don't know if and where those last 2 trees are going to come from, but I can at least get you these 200. That may push you to 35 combined, but I'm not thrilled about how likely that is. So, while you count that up, take me over to the inventor. Extra 1 science and 0.1 threat for each food, science, and gold in the military bioticum within borders with highest yada yada yada. So that's iron, right? Because iron's the only military bioticum we have in here. I'm pretty sure Marlin is not going to be a military bioticum. Oh my god, a Gila monster is. Oh. And there's no animals in this bioticum. Oh. Well. Although an alchemist hut just gives us plus 200. This caps out at 250. So we could technically get 50 more science from it. But I think an alchemist hut is actually just going to be way easier. Because we just get it for free. And then we can still put a Gila monster down. Like, we're not stopped from doing that. I think the alchemist hut is just easier. And then over here in Port Lush, what do you want to do, Huntress? Fishing fleet? But then Tavern gives us gold and food. We know we're going to go to 5, because we can place the Marlin. And I bet we can go to 6. I think we can pull off a Tavern. I just want to keep her split between food as well. I mean, we'll just do We'll do the animal now. Here, you can just have a guinea pig over here. That'll put you at 5, and then I would really like you to expand. Could I talk you into expanding? I really think you do need more land in this era, though. I think you should consider it. Alright. Lushborough Castle. How you doing here? You need more herbivore biotica. I can do that for you. I can give you a second jungle fowl. And I can give you a second guinea pig. And then can I give you a rock that wants to be next to animals? Maybe a second amethyst? Something with base science? Ramondria has base science. And Botanist does want more tech. So I can go stone. I can go second guinea pig. And then I can go second jungle fowl. That will be your herbivores for your castle. It's not all of them, but it's some of them. That may push you to 35 combined. It's going to put you at 32. We got to make your desert better. I need that tile. Although you might want to expand this area still. Inventor Castle, how you doing? You're great. I need to do almost nothing to you. You want more plants in your biome, and you want one more construction biotica. Redstone is a construction bioticum, and then you also want to have a plant next to you. What do you want? You want to be next to something with base gold. Redstone has base gold, so redstone here. Sagebrush here. Because we don't have sagebrush in this section of the desert yet. That should tick off a bunch of requests for your city. For your city, excuse me. They've built a temple in honor of Rock Giant. They're happy about 5 minerals within borders now. So your castle's done. Your Alchemist Hut is done. Your Temple of Atlas is done. You're having a great time. Huntress. You would really like more distinct gem bioticum. I have those. If adjacent to at least one other. What is your Taro doing right now? Not really anything. So I could replace this Taro with Topaz, and then it's adjacent to another gem. That's going to push your castle to 3 of 4. And then you also want one more distinct animal. It has to be in the ocean. I'm going to have to put a marlin outside your borders because you simply refuse to expand to where I want you to. Go ahead and take one of these. This is a much closer fight than it was previously. I guess we find out what happens when the attacker wins. They're going to turn 2 science into 1 to 5 for themselves. That's fine. The Huntress doesn't use science. Yeah, take her science. I'm fine with that. Go ahead and upgrade here to 2. And let's go put a marlin down. I gotta get another draft charge. I can just buy a draft charge. You know what? Yeah, buy a draft charge. I want rainforest. I need one more rainforest animal. Show me an animal. Capybara is good. Hemp is kind of interesting. Iguana is also really interesting. Let's think about this, right? We're going to put an animal here. It's going to be adjacent to 4 separate animals. Which means hemp would go absolutely crazy there. But we really want it to be an animal. Oh, capybara would go absolutely insane there. Never mind. This is going to be the most food anyone's ever seen. And we have exactly enough biodiversity to pull it off, too. Alright, so you upgrade these to level 2. Go ahead and put a marlin here. That's fine that it's going to cost extra. Because we really want them to expand to that tile. And then come over here. Upgrade. Oh, that's right. Okay, so when you're upgrading from a level 1 tile to a level 2, it actually erases everything that's currently on the tile. So before we upgrade to level 2, I want to put some random item here, because it's basically going to keep the properties of that item. Base science here. It's none of those. It's all food yield, is the thing. None of these are great options. I could just put another amethyst there. Sure. Put an amethyst here, and that's fine. Then, once you've done that, go ahead and bury these. Then, once you've done that, go ahead and give me a capybara here. And then this is now science yield, so I could put a squirrel monkey there. You yield science. And that's it. However, I think it's still fine to just get one. If I really wanted to, I could replace this with something that does science as well. Yeah, I think this will be okay. Just make sure you don't have any better options. Like an Reus turtle, I think is actually a better option. And it doesn't even cost you biodiversity. In fact, it gives you biodiversity, which is going to make your jungle follow better. Okay. So that's Huntress Town request done. I think that's your castle done as well. Yeah, that's your castle and your tavern done. You've expanded to your Marlin. You are loving life. You're up to prosperity, like 73 at the end of all these upgrades. 72. You're having a great time. Botanist needs 3 more population, though. And that's because you need more herbivore biotica. Well, squirrel monkey's an herbivore. I might want to bury these 2. Bury these 2, replace this with another science mineral, because the Reus turtle is going to want that. No, you need to find another place to get an herbivore in. And I don't... Oh, never mind, the woodcutter is legacy. No, but wood workshop is. Yeah, you need trees and herbivores here. Which means it's actually that stone that kind of needs to go. You've painted yourself into a corner on the botanist here. I would love to have like a couple desert herbivores, if anything. But we don't own that tile yet. Could we get rid of the iron at this point? How much do you care about the iron existing? You don't. You really don't. Like, it's going to cut back on the yield from that iron, but I don't need these 2 iron here anymore. So I could put a jerboa here. That's really not going to push you to 35, but it is going to... Well, it's going to give us, you know, another 50 food. So you can go here. You're no longer going to be adjacent to mineral biotica. So I'd have to place one outside of your borders again, which is annoying. But I could. I could if I really wanted to. Yeah, so you're no longer giving full meadow. But now you are. I just need to push you a little higher here, Botanist. Heal monster is actually probably what you want to use to push to T2 here. And you would do that by probably turning these into T2s. Oh, you're expanding now. You know what? That's fine. I actually love that for you. Push these to T2. The Gila monster does not want to be adjacent to an animal biotico, and it wants less than 3 animals total. We only have 1 animal right now. So Gila monster should be fine. Oh my god, it's even a... Oh, he's not food, though. So Gila monster should be fine to go here. He's not adjacent to an animal. What are you going to do with that food slot, though? Because the only thing that can give food in the desert for you is animals. I think you need to move Jerboa here. And then I think you need to move Gila monster here. And then you want to be next to a bioticum with base gold, which would be another quartz, because I can't get you next to a gem bioticum. I could, actually. I can go quartz here. This is gonna like waste all of our Eon, and I still have to get the botanist to 20. But that's gonna make the Gila monster happier. Which actually, this is the botanist. Oh, but that's not food. I need more food here. Let's finish your thought. I don't remember what my thought was. Do you want to just panic draft? See if you can get something that's worth food? How close are you? You need 3 more. I need a bitchin' rainforest tree. Can I cut back on 1 herbivore for you? No, not a shot. You need to put herbivores in the jungle. But you also need trees. Like, you've really just... The botanist city is a mess. It's horrible. Yeah, whatever. Draft rainforest again. Just send it. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. I need to see herbivores, please. I need to see herbivores and trees. I just want more options. Or something that generates enormous amounts of food. That's an option. It is going to cost you some biodiversity, because it's Apex. I think. Well, maybe not. It's either that or Gumbo Limbo, because Gumbo Limbo is a tree. But none of these give you food, and food is the big issue you have right now. So I think you're just going to have to put down this cool bird and pray. You need to put down a Tinamu. And I think these are the slots we're going to upgrade to 2. Yeah, we're good to do that. Upgrade these to 2. You're going to get this Tina Moon. You will have 8 biodiversity at the end of this project. Hemp is not a tree. Bamboo is not a tree. Tara is not a tree. Wait, where is your Ramon tree? Oh, there it is. So you're going to get a Ramon tree here. And then you're going to get a Tinamu here. That should push you to 6. It does. It's going to turn Jungle Fowl back on. That turns your woodcutter back on. These are all trees, right? Tree, tree, tree. The stone is messing with me, but the Arau turtle needs it, and you need every animal you have. You don't. I can kill one of these animals. I can kill one of those animals, which means that I can move a mineral. That's really interesting. Jason, do at least one tree bioticum. How would this work? What did you even want? Why did you want to replace it? Work backwards. It's because you can get rid of the stone. You can replace the stone with something else, like another tree or something that gives you more food. Is your banana pumpkin? It needs an adjacent plant. The Tinamu should go here, and the taro needs to go here. What was I thinking? Okay, we're in danger of getting lost in the sauce, but I think this is going to work. Just bear with me. Go away. You need to be taro. You are going to be Tinamu. That turns your bananas on. Your bananas are cogging. And then you can put a flint here. 10 plus 10, 5 plus 15. Because you're... No, you are... Well, yeah. But, well, do you really need to do that? Or do you just want to put another food there and double down on it? You don't have other food. You want to draft rainforest again? You can't. Oh, no. I'm not touching it. I can't give up on your science either, is the thing. But I need to get you to 20. You're not going to get to 20. We're only going to be castles rank 1, man. That's so sad. You can draft desert and see if you get some amazing food item for desert. Holy shit, he's done it. It's the date palm, right? Adjacent to at least 2 empty slots. You're not empty. You're not empty. You're not empty. You're not empty. So we can't make desert salt work. But we can make date palm. Because you're gold. You're gold. It's only 2. But that is plus 80 food. And then it also gives us an extra herbivore for the jungle if we decide we want something like that. So date palm is maybe our salvation here. Except that I don't have 6 biodiversity. Why not? Limestone is consuming 3. Oh, because the Heliomoth is going to be consuming a ton. But also we have 2 fan palms. Do you need this? Is this construction? It is construction. If I give you something else that's construction, you would be happy with it, though. You don't have anything else that's construction. It's only that. So you would be taking a hit of 10 awe and 20 money from the inventor to push 80 food to the botanist. I think that's worth it. Adjacent to a set of plant and animal. I think I can make that happen for you. Because you're adjacent to plant here. I could replace this iron with animal. Adjacent to a gem and an undergrowth. You're adjacent to gem. You're fruit tree, you're not undergrowth. Hey, look, no matter what, the date palm needs to go here. So just earmark that, right? Leave it there. And then figure out where you're going to get the biotica for this. I think it's gonna work like this. Needs a level 2. Fine. It's okay, it's fine. Oh god, they're split across too. Oh. Here, it's fine as well, I think, actually. Bury these two. Maybe there's construction that goes in the water? They haven't expanded. Okay. Think carefully. Just puzzle this one out. You're fine here. I want an animal to go here. And then I want another plant to go here. Because it's a plant booster. I'd love to put a second date palm there, but there's no way we have the biodiversity for that. I mean, I could just give you the fan palm back. It's not going to give you extra biodiversity, though. Yeah, how do you want to do this? Because it needs to be next to an animal. And you want to be adjacent to a plant. So you can go here, and then you can become just like any random critter. Actually, is this a gem? No, it's an element. It's an element. Do any of them have undergrowth? That has undergrowth. Any of these have gem and undergrowth by chance? Element, metal, element. 5 each iron. I need to decouple myself from thinking this is a plant booster that matters. I don't think I can capitalize on it. I could move the field Arinco here. And I could make that an animal. Because then it's going to be adjacent to a mineral. You'll be adjacent to a set of plant and animal. I can relocate the sagebrush somewhere else. Like, these are both quartz. They don't need to be there. Let's do it. Field Arinco. I mean, it's do or die for this, so we might as well just spend all of our Eon now. So Field Arinco goes here. What is the best animal you could place? 25. Military, predator, critter, toxic, reptile. You're not going to be adjacent to any critters or predators, so I think it is just going to be the sandcat. You can go here. And then the red stone is actually going to survive. This is going to put you to 6 biodiversity, because the sandcat is new. Which is going to let you place a date palm here. for 105 food. And you could remove that quartz and replace it with something else. Is there anything useful I could replace it with for you? An extra tree. An extra tree gets us an extra 100 science. That is going to hit 20 food. Okay, so we're at least not embarrassing ourselves on castles and knights. Good. Incredible. Castles and knights 3. I can place 2 more things. Adjacent to gem, iron and biome, adjacent to animal, plus 20. It's kind of the same thing, but it gives us more biodiversity. Which I guess is good, depending on who you ask. There's no way I'm getting to 8 minerals on that. And I don't think I'm getting you any extra construction either. I just don't have them available. So Les Chateau is going to kind of suck for you. Huntress is chilling. She's having a great time out here. I never used this mineral booster. That's 20. It's 20. They're the same. They're exactly the same. So you can just come and put that out there. And then I think that is all of my spaces used. Oh, I have one more deep ocean space. Do I have anything fun I can put down there? Each distinct adjacent mineral? That would be 0. Adjacent to a biotic with base food? That's definitely true. It's plus 20 science. Adjacent to an animal is plus 20 gold. Are you close to threshold on either of those? I could push you to pop 25. I could push you to wealth 40. Neither of those are going to make a difference. So I'll just come put a Jasper down, get you to wealth 40, and that will be all of our Eon used. Excuse you. There we go. Alright. Up to 40. I think that is that for this world. I'm endlessly frustrated by the way that we handled the Botanist. I don't think the synergies really came together for that one. He just needed... Well, I guess it's the Gila monster that's the biggest complication there, because it's not an herbivore and it's not a tree. But, again, that's kind of the interesting part about doing the draft mechanic, is you just kind of have the stuff that you start with, and we probably could have planned around it a bit better. Like, we maybe shouldn't have taken Wood Workshop, because we knew that we had Gila monster and the other one coming up. What was our other apex? The Marlin, right. Yeah, so I think that's where a lot of the complexity comes in on Reus2 that kind of grabbed me about it. But time has come to conclude this plan. Outside Fort Fantastic, a mighty fort. The Botanist, Duke of Lushborough, approaches. The Inventor, Count of Prickledine Cove, is in. Some about berries. Some about guinea pigs. The Huntress is Star. Oh shit, they're throwing rocks. Goddamn. Planet completed. 3-star Iron Age, 3-star Castles and Knights. Prosperity. Doing well for ourselves. Just about 250. Show me my unlocks. Should be getting 6 of them here. Let's see what we got. Scarlet Macaw. We already had both of these, but Scarlet Macaw is fun. Sea turtle. Jellyfish, I think, is new. Turtle grass, I think all these are new. It's a bunch new underwater biotic that we have to play with. An ibex, along with a rat, agave, and basalt. A gold bar, along with carnelian, gazelle, and desert tortoise. A fennec fox. Last but not least, saffron. And a couple things. I think we definitely had mudcrack already, I think. Sisser, kiker, psyker, and sandgrouse. Those are definitely new. Let's leave the planet. So that's what we're going to call it for this one. We have border boosters, finally. Huntress and Pirate Queen for spirits. Micros and upgrade charges. We have 2-star effects for bonus rewards. We have the Frost Giant and the Taiga biome. And that's all we got for this time. So that's where we're going to leave it. I will see you guys next time for our continued planet crafting adventures in Reus 2. If you're having a good time, let me know in the comments. If you've got other games that you would like to see on the channel, feel free to drop a line to them, and I will see you next time. Take care.